Revive BB promos and tell like it is. Welcome back to another episode of Coaching Up. Today we're coaching up Pewdiepie. So we're doing Pewdiepie's at-home workout. I thought I'd bring you guys this workout because an at-home workout, and he's doing this entire workout just with a set of power blocks. So most people only have maybe just power blocks, which is really good, but and some maybe have dumbbells as well too. But really good to just review a dumbbell workout. Now, I recommend you guys actually watch this video because I really like Pewdiepie's message in this. He's actually bringing to his experience from his last workout that he posted last year into this year, giving him tips and stuff of how it keeps him on track and, you know, progressing. All right, without further ado, let's get in it. Pewdiepie.
I made a workout video a year and a half ago, and so I wanted to talk about what has changed, what has improved, what has worked, what didn't work, or if anything's changed at all. First off, let's go through my setup, my workout setup, which is the same goddamn setup that I've always had. And here's my gym setup.
So there you go, pretty basic. One bench, set of dumbbells, all you need. And with his power blocks, good thing about that is he has enough weight to help him progressive overload. So yes, you can have and make improvements by having just like minimal stuff, but you still need enough there to progressive overload with weight. Now, again, you guys can progressive overload with other things as well too, like sets, you know, like having shorter rest times, maybe making your eccentric harder, or, you know, just, you know, adding certain elements to it. There's more ways than just adding a load for progressive overload.
Gotta start up with chest. It's the best. I'm struggling to get there. Like, to get to the position, this position. To do that on your own when you're maximizing, it's really difficult. I do this pathetic push with my leg, like, that's not helping. It's more about getting in the right position, but yeah. I was so proud when I hit my new record, and then I googled like, how good is that? And it basically said like, for your weight group, intermediate. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, yo, Pewdiepie, if you watch this, Pewdiepie. Just so you know, I like saying your name, Pewdiepie. I know it's not your real name, but Pewdiepie. Either way, Pewdiepie. You're actually doing it right. The only thing you didn't do right was wait until you're set first before pressing the weight. So that's the only way, guys, you're gonna get those weights like that in the first place. Or if you have a partner, for the most part, you guys that are working at home probably don't have a partner. Maybe do, I don't know. Either way, that's actually how you get it up. But let's optimize this and make sure we do it the right way, because I see this mistake happen all the time. We do the kick, and then the weights come flying up right away. We want to set ourselves first before we move on. So, oh, sorry guys, but a lot of you guys are watching the videos but not subscribed. So guys, hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so next time I put a video, you'll be the first ones to get it. And hopefully by now you guys like the video, so hit that like button. All right, back to the show. I want to do my best to make sure that I'm almost picking up like a deadlift. If I can do them best, if the weights are on the ground. If they're from the rack, it's even better because it's a little higher, you don't have to strain your back. But either way, picking up like a deadlift, if we can, raise to the top, get them to your front, to your knees. And then once we're on, you know, make sure our feet are, you know, planted, we're here and straight. We're not like off, because again, when the feet go back down, at least you have a general idea of where they are to start, because you don't want to start one leg's like this, one leg's like this, right? So either way, from here, we're gonna kick back, kick and fall backwards, right? You're gonna kick and fall back. Once you're here, get yourself in place, right? Don't do the whole kick back, kick, press. I see that happen all the time, and then everyone's trying to like get themselves set and ready here, and then we're like, all right, let's go, and then you're pressing. No. Right, again, we want to kick this weight back one at a time, one after the other, boom, boom, sit back, and I'm locked in. The weights are still basically here, stacked on my joints right here right away. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set myself, so I'm gonna set those shoulders, so I'm gonna pull my elbows to the front of the room, so my shoulders go down a bit, and then I'm gonna open up to where I have a little bit of angle still on my arms. I don't wanna be open like this. Now, Pewdiepie is open really wide like this. We don't want to do that. We want to sit right here first, and then we're going to press the weight up. That counts as one rep. And then you start your negatives and have good form. From here, again, make sure we're stacking the joints, and then going down, and then press, right? Pewdiepie's got the power blocks, and I know how difficult they are to keep your hands straight sometimes because they kind of move you everywhere. But for the most part, I see people still do the same mistake where they're almost like this. I want to punch the ceiling. So I want my fist to punch the ceiling when I'm pressing. So when I'm down, these things are even, almost like there's still a bar in the middle of my hands. So I want to press like there's a bar still and up. Control it down, stack at the joints and up. Tight core and press. And done. And when you're done, you can kind of do the knees up thing and rock down this way. Or if you have, you know, pads in the floor, drop them there, which I don't recommend because if you're at home, probably ruin the floor. If you're in an apartment building, it'll piss people off. So don't do that. Pretty bad.
I was so proud when I hit my new record, and then I Googled like, how good is that? And it basically said like, for your weight group, intermediate. And I was like, what the fuck?
Hey man, intermediate is actually good. So just saying, Pewdiepie, intermediate is really good. That's good for you. Be proud.
So it became clear to me that I need to put on more weight to lift more weight.
All right, so cool thing is that we saw a couple things he was doing. The common mistakes that were made is the rep gets hard at the end. We're pushing our hips off the ground. When we're doing bench, again, when we're on, so those hard ups, get your feet under your hips a bit more. So when you're here and you've kicked the weight up, back, take your time to set your feet back under your hips. So if I try to push my butt off the bench, I can't. If I go from here, I easily can, right? So if my feet are back under my hips, I won't press, I can't press and my back won't come off the bench or my butt come off the bench. And then I'm engaging my core and we're pressing. And then again, leave your feet there. Stop the damn tap dancing. When it gets hard, don't do this. Shit, yeah. Crip walking and shit.
Wanna give it that West Coast chemistry's home.
Don't do that, right? It affects how we press. Our spine is attached. We're doing all this and we're losing stability. It's not gonna help you push. If anything, once you get to the harder rep from here, push into the floor through your glutes and push up. Tight core and push into the floor.
I definitely been pushing myself more. I think if I had to show my progress like on a graph,
And a really good thing I like about Pewdiepie doing this is that he's explaining to you guys that he's pushing. He actually measures himself. I mean, this cute little graph to hear, but he's showing that he's trying to get better. So he has some kind of like marker or kind of quantitative measure where you can see that he's actually getting better, which I recommend just to give yourself small wins so you can, you know, reward yourself.
I try to push myself to the point where it's like, okay, here I am, one more rep. If I can do one more rep, there will be world peace and everyone will be happy.
I know he's kind of joking, but he's kind of not. And whatever you guys got to use to give yourself some motivation, use that. These are really good tips for people to use when they're training. If you got to find something to motivate you to get that extra rep, use it. But just don't just not do the extra rep if you could.
After that, I do shoulders, which when you're already tired from chest, shoulder is quite difficult, but it still feels amazing.
This is really good. This is actually, so when I'm coaching my athletes, I'm looking at a few things. Obviously, I'm looking at, you know, being functional, being intensive, obviously localized movements, everything like that. But I'm looking at this, I'm looking at the effort as a whole. And the effort is here for Pewdiepie. He's actually trying really hard, and it's really cool to see that. He's pushing out reps, and he's uncomfortable, but he's uncomfortable, and he's enjoying that discomfort. So what we want to do though is tighten his rep, and he's doing a lot of things that people do wrong. So Pewdiepie, if you need a coach or some tips, check my channel out, but here's some things that we can help out. Again, Pewdiepie's doing at-home workouts. He's trying to get strong for himself, you know, change his musculature. He's not trying to do bodybuilding. He doesn't want to do stairs. He's just training for health and everything like that. Again, how long is it going to take before he accidentally injures himself by doing it wrong? It's his probability in that point. So let's go over double shoulder press, and we're going to optimize that through his video. Check it out. Hey guys, just so you didn't know, a lot of things we talk about, I actually break down even further in my free training series that you can find in the description below. I go over the most common mistakes that people are doing today, right now in the gym. So guys, hit the description below and get part of that free training series. Now back to the show. Okay, so dumbbell shoulder press, seated, mistakes always made. All right, dumbbells are here, they're already up. We gotta kick these things up to our shoulders. Again, if you have a partner, get them to place them up there, but if you don't, we're gonna take our time to kick these up. Now, if it's too heavy and you can't control it and you're at home, don't use the weight. That's simple, all right? So first, we're gonna kick one up, right? And I got it right on up here on my shoulder, basically. And I'm kicking the other one up on my shoulder. Then I'm gonna set myself back, and then I'm gonna open myself up to here, right? I don't wanna be over the side like Pewdie was, because again, too much tension on my shoulders in a bad way. This really hurts. Again, when we're going from floor to core, remember, pushing the weight up, again, it's up here, and we're pushing our butt to the back, engaging our core. We don't want our back to be over like this, right? We're not trying to do incline press, we're doing shoulders. So straight from here, from floor to core, pressing up. We're set, now we're gonna press. And from here, we're gonna keep those elbows in that position where they were before, where they're gonna have a little bit of a bend in a little bit. So tiny bit of shoulder adduction, just to have a better angle overall in pressing. So up, control the weight down, press from floor to core. Pretend you're pressing yourself into the floor and controlling it down. The whole point of doing reps slower too is not only gonna help with like muscle growth, but you can catch those injuries that could possibly happen that you wouldn't be able to catch if you're pressing it way too fast. Then we're pressing, those weights we're stacking the joints, and we're making sure we have a little bit of an angle inside here. Not like this, it's too much stress here. From here, we don't want you protracting, no shoulder elevation, just press into the ground, control, and press.
Oh yeah, and then after that I do a superset where I combine, oh yeah, look at that. These, I don't know what they're called, it's tricep.
Kickbacks.
And then lateral raises, I guess, like that.
Kickbacks and lateral raises.
I guess I'm resting a little bit.
So let's watch. We can't really see him move, but I can already show you what he's doing. I know what he's doing. I'm not a fan of dumbbell kickbacks. Again, I'll show you why. When we're in this position, now if we're doing them one arm or two arm, when we're here, if you look at it, right now there's no stress on my triceps at all. I'm just kind of, this is a 25-pound dumbbell, and I'm kind of here, and there's zero stress on my tricep, right? And this is with my, this is being in that perfectly proper position, because this is where you want to be, right? There's no pressure on my tricep. Right now there is. So again, from here, there's no tension. That's what I'm like really doing them. But again, if you're going to do them, make sure we're engaged, and we're gonna kick it back to here, and we're gonna stop here. We're not gonna come all the way in. I see a lot of times people do this, and they're bringing it in, and they're kind of like zoink. Like, I don't know what this is. This is just like, I don't know. It might just be hypnotized at the end, is watching this. You're getting sleepy. I don't know. Terrible. Either way, we wanna pull this thing up, basically like we're doing a row. Letting that shoulder stay back, so we don't want it pointing this way. And then we're gonna push back a bit, so there's tension here, and then we're gonna press. And we're gonna straighten. We're gonna press. You're basically doing this like you're trying to straighten your arm. But we're only coming to here. Now, the next thing I saw him do was a very common thing as well too, is that we get some cues, we take it way too literal, in a sense, where we're locking our arms out. And then when we're pressing or we're doing the fly, we're like this. We're like, oh, get it up. This is not where we want to be. You want to be more so like this. From here to here, and a little bit bend like this in our elbows. And then up. And you always want to be in like a tiny bit of a hinge position, at least a little bit, just so we're not completely straight. And almost like to the point where if we do start to rock a bit, we're hyperextending. If we're hinging a little bit and our hips are a little back, almost like over the top of a squat, if we do start to kind of rock a bit, we're not going to hyperextend. We can do a little bit of a hinge from here, tight, small, but not all the way. Again, when we're pulling up, let the weights naturally come to your side, right? We don't have to bring them like this in front and then wing them out to the side. Right where your body is, naturally holding the weight here. And then because of where my hands are naturally, we're gonna move it out this way as well too. So we don't have to go from here and then shift it back. It's already in the position where it's naturally gonna come up in like almost like a 45-ish degree here instead of being way out like this, right? So from here, just laterally lift them right up, roll your shoulders back and away from your ears, and then up. And then everything's gonna stay in line with our shoulders. Shoulders, elbows, and dumbbells will be in the same alignment. We don't wanna be up like this, or up like this, or straight up and down, controlling the weight. I think it was really cool that he's put it out there. I think it's really awesome that guys like this, like Pewdiepie, who is this freaking world famous gamer, is showing his side of how he prioritizes his health when it comes to training and fitness, right? Anyway, Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, I'm going to come with that tell like it is, transparent, vulnerable truth. For coaching, johnisheet.com. If you want to know about coaching, book yourself a 15 to 30-minute phone consult. At the end of the consult, I deduct the consult off any package you pick. Also, hit the description below, guys, for all those discount codes and promo codes that help save your life or change your life for the better. Also, add me on Instagram and TikTok, guys. Send me your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips, and I'll repost it for you. Because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.